There's a lot of people out there that want to know the answer to just one question. What happened tonight?
First period went completely wrong. We didn't come out to play. We didn't come out skating. We didn't come out moving. We didn't want the pucks, 50-50 pucks. We let Cardiff beat us to them. We just came out with our heads up our well, you know what, in the first 20. Second and third, I think we were all right. We drew the second period 1-1, won the third period 1-0, and we got our stuff together. But you know, to be fair, they had a few lucky bounces in front of net and stuff, but it just didn't go our way tonight. First period let us down massive.
In the past 2 years, obviously, we've been beaten a few times, but we've never had the type of dismantling effect that Cardiff managed against us tonight. How do you think they managed to get out of the blocks so quickly and how to take us by surprise?
They're like a couple of other teams in the league. Tonight they played a lot of young kids, a lot of wheels, played us at our own game, played wide, used the boards a lot, chip and run, and just really hunted us down and put us under a lot of pressure, and basically just took it to us in the first 20 and sort of buried us deep. So
it's always difficult to pick out positives after a game like this, but Stars did manage to bounce back from the first period to get back into the game. How hard is it to get the boys in the game with such a large early deficit?
It is hard, but luckily the team that I've got, you know, we've got a lot of talent, a lot of ability and a lot of heart on our team, and you know, if you just say the right things, and like we've said before, we're just a group of friends in there and we all want to do it for each other, so we just try and pull together as a team and get through the little bits, and like we did, and we, like I said, we drew the second, won the third, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather end the game the way we did than end it the way we started, to be honest. I mean, we turn up to Wednesday, we know we've got things to work on now, and then we've got a big game next week against another young side, Chelmsford. But you know, what can we do? We just got to go out there and try and bounce off the last 2 periods of this game and take it to Chelmsford next weekend.
Absolutely. Obviously, as you mentioned, a big game against Chelmsford next weekend, doing well in the league, playing against the sides in the top of the division. You must be really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's always good to go against a team that are playing well. I mean, they've got, I've said before, again, young team, a lot of talent, good coach with Dean Burrell, and it'll be a good game. It'll be a good clash, and it's nice to play at our rink. We sort of got a good result against them earlier on in the season, but you know, they've been progressing all year. Hopefully we've got better than we were before. Get this weekend out of the way, and then like I said, we'll get to work on Wednesday and then turn up on the weekend ready to do a job.
Cheers, Darren. Thank you very much. I'm here with Jeff Sykora, assistant coach of the Oxford City Stars. Jeff, defensively tonight we were exposed on multiple occasions, which the Devils managed to exploit. What do you think went wrong?
It was just a bunch of odd man rushes. There was a couple of soft passes that went through. The first shorthanded goal they got was just sort of a bad decision. They took the break off of it quick, and then it went through. They hit us with a lot of speed. They have a lot of youth. I don't think that we were really fully aware of the speed that they had, so it took us by surprise in that first period.
Cardiff's goalkeeper was certainly on form tonight, standing on his head multiple times to keep them in the game. It must have been frustrating for you guys up front.
It was especially frustrating, especially since he left a couple of rebounds out there for us to try to bury, and we just couldn't take advantage of it. And give him credit, in the second and third periods he did a good job of controlling those rebounds and just sort of kept us out of it, and did well. Gotta give him credit.
Late on in the game we found ourselves in a bit of penalty trouble. Do you think that was just down to frustration at the result?
I don't know if it was so much frustration, because I think we kept our cool a lot more than what we would have in the past. It was little sort of ticky-tack things. It's tough to say, because we did end up with a lot of power play chances that we didn't take advantage of as well, and I don't think frustration really came into play as much as it could have.
Okay, finally, our under-10s were here just before the Stars. We took on Swindon and Cardiff in a little under-10 cross-ice down here. How did we get on?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was really nice to see the kids out having a good time, learning. Played really well. I was surprised. We have a lot of very young kids, a lot of kids that have just started this year within the last few months, and they've won out and did a really good job. And I think if we can keep them through, we're going to have a lot of talent coming through the program. So it's looking up. It's looking really good.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Jeff. I'm here with Alan Green, alternate captain for the Stars. Difficult loss tonight. What's the changing room like after that defeat?
Very miserable. It's tough. It's always tough to come here. Always a late face-off. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's always a late face-off. And at the end of the day, we didn't come out of blocks quick enough. First 20 minutes, it's terrible. But the change room's not good.
Even in defeat, it's always nice to get a goal. But overall, tonight our forwards found the going very tough. What do you think happened, and what made it so difficult?
It's all down to us, basically. I think we didn't do our fans that came here any justice at all. First 20 minutes, or let's just say the first 5 minutes, was pretty much probably the worst 5 minutes of our whole season so far. They came out of the blocks completely, all guns blazing. Took us by surprise. We weren't ready. We just weren't on par. We just got some. We do struggle when we haven't got off to a good start.
Okay, it's been a long time since we've won a game down here. What makes it so difficult to get results down here in Cardiff?
It's always, I think it's always difficult to get results in Cardiff because they've got late face-offs. It's always a bit of a, you never feel that you're sort of like welcome. I know that it's not tried to be, but it's always a bit of a rush. It's just a tough place to come. They always, always play hard when they're playing at home.
Okay, and finally, next weekend we have a tough game, but we get to play at home again with our own fans. How much of a boost it is to play in front of our home fans against Chelmsford next Sunday?
It's absolutely massive. We really need to turn it around next week. I do think that we have struggled a little bit with our bench, with a bit of not so much discipline, just a bit of direction. Obviously, Darren's doing a good job, but it's just very difficult because he's playing. And everyone wants to get on, everyone wants to be there, everyone's very eager, but it's just there's a lot of stuff going on the bench. Not saying the discipline-wise, but it's just a lot of stuff that needs to be ironed out with the lines, who's going on. And next week it's going to be massive playing in front of our own fans. It's going to be absolutely. We need to come out of blocks. To have a good training session on Wednesday, turn up, and on Sunday we need to turn up like Cardiff did tonight in the first 5 minutes and hammer them.
Cheers, thank you very much, Alan.
Thanks.